Good morning. It's not morning, it's 2 p.m.
I love how you always say that. I mean, it does feel like morning,
Because I like
but
look my first initial reaction whenever like the first time I talk to someone is typically to say good morning.
good morning. That's what
But
I'm
also
saying. Like, it does
typically you and I do talk in the morning.
it for the first time,
Yeah,
but not actually morning.
it's fine. Um,
It's okay.
Everything is awesome.
Can we? Oh, we can't because of copyright, but we should insert the little Lego. Have you ever watched the Lego movie? Is it
Everything is
showing? Yes.
awesome.
That's the only thing I
Everything
think of
is
when someone says that.
good. Da, da, da. Maybe that, yeah, okay, it's fine.
Everything. That's how. Yeah.
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 Um,
Actually, put the clip in, but like that's what we're
you know what? The
thinking.
clip would be under
Saying that.
15 seconds, so I feel like it would be okay, but who knows?
I don't know the rules, but I just know
Um,
I'm scared of getting like kicked off the internet for
that's
things like
valid.
that.
That's
So,
valid.
so
That's
I try
really
to avoid it, but yeah.
What's going on with Luke and the
Is
Devils?
Pauline retiring soon?
What book is that?
Did you see the new Kraken jersey?
Three-peat?
Was that the goal of the year?
16 million?
Who's gonna win the Norris
The Isles are
Trophy?
having fun again?
Did you read the new Elsie Silver novel?
Will the Sabres ever make the
Can anyone
playoffs?
beat Ovi's
Give
record?
me a new book rep.
Who got traded?
Will Matthews bounce
Can
back?
Tampa get back on top?
This is Read Between the Blue Lines,
A hockey podcast.
where our brains are filled with endless stat lines
Rosters.
and a list of books to read.
Tune in every Monday for a deep dive in the game we love.
And the books we can't shut up about. Um, Welcome back. I have a feeling today's going to be a quick
Welcome
episode,
back.
but
Yeah.
we'll see. Um, I want to talk.
With this, we might get on something and then it just ends up being a 20-minute tangent, so you never know.
That's valid. I want to talk motorsports real quick.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce her name? Catherine.
Oh, I always forget.
Mm.
Hold on. I love how we do this as soon as we get on. I'm like, I actually like forget how to
But like
say
we're
everything.
very insistent that you should pronounce people's names right. So
This is just saying it's just leg, like Catherine Leg.
is it really?
I guess so. Yeah, like everything that's looking up, it's leg, not leggy, I guess.
Yeah. Catherine
Everybody's
Legg.
everybody's Googling it. Yeah. I that's actually something that I thought it was gonna be. So there you
I thought it
go.
was gonna be like Lej or
That's
something.
what I know. I was like trying to overcomplicate it when it's not actually that complicated. So,
Um, Catherine Legg became the first woman to ever compete in both the Indy 500 and Coca-Cola 600, which is known
yep.
as the double in motorsports. Um, a few people have attempted it, some have completed it, and she unfortunately did not complete it yesterday. She did have a crash in the
Yeah.
Indy
Not her
500.
fault either,
Yeah,
which is even more
it's
aggravating,
always a
but
man. It's
and
always a
not for real.
man.
I was like, anyway,
But
if
like
that didn't happen, she would have been totally fine.
huge props to her for even getting
Even
to
attempting
compete
it.
in both of them, attempt it. Hopefully she can run it again at another
Also,
date,
like
do it.
logistically, those races are not in the same place.
No.
So like to finish the Indy 5, well, she didn't finish it, but to do everything that she do there, to then travel to the next one and do another one, different cars, all that stuff. Um, it's like crazy impressive in the just the idea of it. So even like doing like attempting it is crazy.
I have a logistical question,
Yes.
and I feel like I know the answer to this.
Okay. I thought
So
you were gonna ask me like I'm gonna know. I don't
I
know if I'm gonna
you
know, but
might know. Um, Typically Memorial Day weekend is the Indy 500, the Coca-Cola 600, and the Monaco Grand Prix.
yes.
Things got changed in the F1 schedule this year, and it was the Montreal
That was a
Grand
year ago
Prix.
today.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if with the time zones, if you would somehow be able to, if you would have someone who would theoretically be able to compete in
All of them?
the Grand Prix, the 500 and the 600, if it was in Monaco.
Yeah, but
But I don't know that it would work out.
the flight alone,
That's what I'm, well, I'm wondering
like
if you had like,
100 would have to be at like 9 a.m. You know what I mean? Like, no.
yeah.
I mean, like,
Well, because Monaco's 6 hours ahead.
yeah, and they do that race in the afternoon.
Yeah, I guess the Monaco would have to, the Grand Prix would have to be earlier.
Yeah, so like either Monaco first and then IndyCar.
and then
You know what I mean?
Coca-Cola.
Like something would have to move back to like
Yeah.
accommodate the 6 hour flight back
But
here.
I do think that would be really interesting as like a marketing tactic if like
Yeah.
they
I
did
think it'd be
have a racer
cool.
who could do all three.
Yeah, or if it's I feel like it'd be fun if it's even just one weekend. Like
Hmm.
say one of the races was on a Saturday and you did like Saturday and then the two of them on the Sunday, although that doesn't happen because races are always on Sundays, but
Yeah.
that if they're trying to make it happen, that I feel like would have to be
You know,
the
theoretically,
thing.
theoretically, if we added F1 Academy to Monaco, you could maybe have someone who does F1 Academy because they
That is
race
true.
on Saturday, right? Or some
Yeah.
of them they race on
Yeah, Saturday. No,
Saturday.
they don't do any on Sunday. They have two races a weekend, but they always do them. I think both of them are usually Saturday,
So
or one's Friday, one's
theoretically,
Saturday.
you could have, let's say, Catherine
You
Legg joins
could,
F1 Academy. You could have, or someone similar who would do F1 Academy Saturday and then do the
yeah, and then
double
fly.
on Sunday. That would
Ooh,
be interesting.
I like the idea of it.
I'm just like,
That'd be
I
like
feel
a
like it's
chaotic
such,
planning, like
yes.
getting it to work. But like at the same time, I think it'd be so sick. Also, like whoever's doing that, you're driving like many hours in the
Yeah.
same day in a different car in each one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, but honestly, I would get behind that.
I would
That'd be
absolutely
so
support it.
sick.
I think it
Yeah.
also, like, at least for me, the only time I really watch NASCAR, I watch like a little bit of Talladega, a little bit
Yeah.
of Daytona, and I'll watch like a little bit of the Coca-Cola. Like NASCAR just isn't really my thing, and that's
Yeah.
fine. But like the only times I watch it are when
The
it's like
big
a really,
ones.
really big one, or it's because it's in correlation to the Indy.
Yeah. That makes
Um,
sense.
Also the Indy finish was fucking
I am
insane
so
yesterday.
upset. Yeah, it's insane. But
Was it point 0.2 or 0.02 seconds between
point
first
oh,
0.02
it's
seconds
point
between
oh two. It
first
wasn't
and
even
second?
point 0.2. It was point oh 0.02. And that's why David Malukas has started to endear me as an IndyCar driver,
Yeah.
well, as a person in general. So like he's in my cabinet of faves now, I guess. Um, and I've never lost anything of that nature on any sides of that scale, but to lose something of like in your sport that big by that small of a margin, I don't think I'd come back. I feel like this is it.
It was crazy.
So it was a very entertaining
But I was
race.
also like really worried because so you had like if you watched like the final like 30 seconds of the race or whatever,
Yeah.
second and third place were going literally toe to toe, like Brosades
Yep.
almost, like they were so close to each
That makes me
other.
so nervous when they do that because
And
I'm like,
so
there's more ways it could go wrong than it can go well.
but so you had Malukas in front, you had um Rosenquist and whoever was in third,
Pillow?
I think
It
Pillow,
had
and
to have been
then
Pillow, I
and
think.
then Award behind them.
Yeah.
So
I
I
just
see them go toe to toe, and I'm like, in my like delusional brain's like, oh my God, if Pato somehow wins the Indy because of someone
I
else
know.
crashing out in front of him, like that's crazy. But also, I can see Pato's like I can see the way that he's driving, like trying to go around this, but also acknowledging that if they hit each other and spin out, that they're gonna
And
hit
then
him
you're in the
too.
way. Yeah.
And then just that like
That
that
would have been
that
the most
overtake
chaotic.
though
I
was
know.
gorgeous.
I know. I was like, all the props because it was
Yeah.
very well executed, very well done.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah. And then
yeah.
speaking of Brosades, I just sent you a TikTok and it
Oh,
was
I'll have to watch
someone
it.
putting when Kimmy and George literally went like toe to toe yesterday.
Yeah.
Um and then they cut it with Brosades and it like with
Oh, I've
their
seen so
wheel
many
to
of them.
wheel.
I've seen so many on Instagram where it's always like a Kardashian argument. And they're like, it's like the little Funko Pops, and they have them arguing with each other. I just want to say to everybody, if you're a Mercedes fan, sorry, I lived through this last year, and I'm very
Yeah.
glad it's somebody else's problem now
Yeah.
because it's not fun. And actually, I would, I know we're only like what 5 races in. This is significantly worse.
Well, because George had to retire yesterday, I
Yeah,
think
so like
Kimmy
that,
jumped up like 50 points ahead or
it felt
something.
that felt very like Zandvoort of last year when Lando had I think it was an engine issue at that point, and then Oscar already had a lead, but then it became a bigger lead, and we're like, oh my God, he's done. I just, I don't know what it is about, and I think it's just because Kimmy's young. Um, he just does not care. And I think it's so funny
He
where,
truly is Max's kid. Like
yes, like
that is
like, and during the sprint race, and again, sprint races like count. There are points
yeah.
involved, but like they are not like
They don't actually
you shouldn't race
matter.
harder in the sprint than like in the actual race.
Yes,
Okay, like
yeah.
it's like if you win it, you get 8 points. Congrats, whatever. This kid literally ignored his engineer. Like Toto Wolff had to get on the radio and tell him to listen because he just was like, "I'm going to race George, and I don't care."
And then is
And it ended up
Kimmy
badly.
was sassy and Toto
Yes.
was like, "We'll talk about this later."
Yeah. So it's like from an outside perspective, I'm like, I'm glad that's not my issue anymore because it was not fun to live through it. But I'm like,
No.
have fun, you guys, because
But like
it's it is a time.
as someone who was on the other side of that last year, like obviously like we both like McLaren, but like I'm a little bit more endeared to Oscar,
So
you're more
yeah,
endeared to Lando. So like on the opposite side of that, it's like, oh, that sucks. That being said, I like Kimmy. So for
yes,
me, this is highly entertaining.
I love it. I also think
Um,
it's so funny. I think I said this to you, and I said to somebody else that I was like, and I'm not. I don't want to say I'm a hater of any driver, but in like the funny, ironic way of being like, if you're George Russell and you got first off, you had to drive behind Lewis Hamilton for
yeah.
X amount of seasons, who was a priority, and then you get this kid who comes in, you're suddenly the number one driver, you think, and then he starts outperforming you and becomes a priority, and he might win the driver championship over you, who's been in the sport for almost 9 years. Which again, it's sports. It's gonna happen, but like it's like an ironic funny where I'm like, he's a
Yeah.
teenager. He just got here. What are you doing?
I for me, I
I
don't
just
love George. Like he's
no.
there,
That's what I'm saying.
he's
I'm not a hater.
fine.
He exists to me. I'm not like
What I do find
wishing for his
funny
downfall.
though is if anyone knows, George used to get real fucking
Yep,
mad at Max for
for throwing fits.
for throwing
And guess
fits,
what he
having
did
his
yesterday?
Mad Max. He literally, didn't,
It was so funny.
I didn't see that in real time. I saw it
Oh,
afterwards,
I did.
and
It was the funniest thing.
I was like, oh,
It's
George,
very
you,
um. Is it hypocritical? Is that the word I'm looking
yeah,
for? Where he went on this rant. I think was it last season or the season before? And it's like an iconic line now where they put in edits where he's like, he just doesn't know how to, like, he's talking about Max, and he's like, he doesn't
yeah,
know how to control himself. He always lashes out at people, blah, blah, blah. George's car stopped working yesterday. He got fined significantly because it was severely unsafe to get out of the car
yeah,
the way he did. But they have like I don't know how to explain it, like a headrest thing, so like their head doesn't go everywhere. And to get out of the car, you have to remove it. And he, first off, was already hitting the car in the car as it was stopped, got out of took the headrest thing off, threw it to
chucked
the
it,
front of the car onto the track, and then stood up, continued hitting the car, and it was the clip. My favorite part of the whole thing was when he was behind. He got off the track. He was behind the. I never know what to call them, like the little fences, so like debris doesn't hit people.
yeah.
He looks like he wants to kill someone
Well,
while they're moving his car off, and it's the funniest. I crack up watching it because it's so funny, just the way he's standing there.
I don't think I sent
But
it to you. I
it's
have
so
to
good.
see if it's in my likes. But like my first time seeing George throwing it was to an edit of
Oh my
him
god.
talking about Max
Oh,
and
that's
being
even better.
aggressive and
That's
borderline
even better.
violent.
Yes. Yeah. I was like,
Throwing a fit.
you're becoming the person that you said you didn't like. The driver you
Which,
didn't like. You're doing the same thing. It's
yeah,
just, it's gonna be very funny. In a funny way of like,
yeah.
I'm sure it's not fun if you are a Mercedes fan or if you are a fan of individual drivers, but outside looking in, it's quite amusing because the way it's developed already is just
Yeah.
like soap opera dramatics.
Hey,
So
Ferrari got a podium
we'll see. I
yesterday,
know
so I'll take it.
they're doing something. They're pulling it out. It's okay.
Would still prefer if it was Charles, but
I know
it's fine.
we're getting there. We're only 5 in.
Yeah. It feels
There's
like it's
time.
I am aware that it's because we had two canceled races, but like it feels
No,
like
it's
it
very
we should
spaced
be
out though
so
this year.
much further into the season.
I know. we also like we haven't had like any double headers except for like the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, you have to wait 2 weeks or oh, you have to wait a week. And I'm like, that the momentum doesn't I need it to be like give
You
me a
have to
triple
keep going.
header and then we'll be fine. I'll be into it. But yeah, it feels way more spaced out.
Also,
What?
speaking of double headers, I don't know who said it. I have to find it. Someone pointed out that according to the current projected NBA Finals schedule,
Oh. Oh God.
if the Knicks make it, it is happening like game like 3 and game 5 or something
Yeah.
would be happening at the same time as the World Cup at
Wait,
MetLife Stadium.
pause question. I'm going to a concert at MSG in a week and a half, 2 weeks. I just realized I haven't heard anything and this could be infected. It's fine. It's okay. But I
So,
just realized this is an option that I might have to get moved.
yeah.
But yeah,
But so
interesting. Yeah.
it's like the same time as the World Cup, like the first part of the World Cup at MetLife
Yeah.
Stadium.
Like the
Um,
round robin, whatever they
yeah.
call it.
And someone goes, these poor Europeans not realizing that they're going to walk into Gotham City instead of New York City
Oh, for real.
and literally just be traumatized. And
That's
like,
so funny, actually.
also, as someone who has to be in New York tonight, I'm like a little terrified. I was like, oh, I was like, listen,
No, but I feel
I'm
like
all
it's in a
for the
better spot
Knicks.
because like you're gonna like they can't get eliminated.
They can't get eliminated, but they can
So like,
win.
yeah,
And
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like if they lose, it's like okay, like
yeah, however,
not
you
the
know how
worst case
like
scenario.
you ooh, the ice cream man.
Oh,
Um, you know how like Philly people get a little nuts
yes,
when they win?
a
Yeah.
little
But like just yeah, a
in a
little.
nice way. I
Yeah.
wish I could be that
Um, I
unhinged
firmly
at all times.
believe that New Yorkers are very similar, especially when it comes to the
Yeah,
Knicks, because it's like we all have
we also just
divisions. The
yeah.
Knicks, I think, are I don't know anyone who's a Nets fan. Anyone. Um, like the Knicks is truly like the
Sorry,
uniting
guys.
force amongst
Yeah,
all New
for
York
real.
sports fans, I feel. Um, and I've seen the celebrations that have been happening outside of MSG, like in prior years and this year a
I
little
love
bit.
that though.
I'm like a little terrified of being at Penn Station today, if the
That's
Knicks advance
so real.
for the first time
You
in
know
like
what? That's valid.
27 years or something like
Someone's
that.
no, it's like since 1999, I think. That was the last time they made the final.
So 27
So yeah,
years.
20. Well, yeah, 27. I'm thinking 26, but yes,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
technically
27.
27.
I can't do math.
Um, it's okay. We
Love
don't
that.
have to. Um, However, I had this thought earlier.
Okay.
I might get crucified for this
Oh
by
God.
the New Yorkers because New Yorkers don't care as much about hockey. I will sacrifice a Knicks championship for the Vegas Golden Knights not to
Oh,
fucking make it into the Stanley Cup final.
I was like, wait, huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's valid. Although I feel like
I
most
think so.
people, yeah, they probably don't care unless it's
Yeah.
their team. But
I was like
I feel
most
like most people could get behind that.
hockey fans,
Maybe.
I think, but
Yeah.
I think it's yeah. I think the
Don't
vast
come for us.
majority of
Mackenzie said
New York.
it.
No, just come for me. It's okay.
I have,
Um,
and yeah, it's okay.
but I think it's also because like I have
Well,
no
we can back
expectations
it.
of the Knicks ever, so part of me is like, it'd
That's
be
kind of
so
good
cool
though,
if
because
y'all
then you
won,
can't, yeah, like,
but also I want to avoid other things. So
yes,
we
put the
good.
hex on something else. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah.
Um, yeah. Although same sentiment, if it has to be one New York team who's gonna like break the drought that New York sports has had, or sorry, let me clarify. Break
Men's,
the drought that men's New York
I
sports has
hate when
had.
people say that. I'm like, excuse me? Let me
Yeah.
pull up the little list. You guys are just dumb.
But like if we're gonna break the men's New York drought, I am glad it's the Knicks because again,
Yeah, it
it's
should
the
be them.
unifying.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
less of like if it was the Mets or the Yankees,
Yeah,
someone's getting
there's no,
burnt.
I was gonna say, there's nobody like arguing about it.
Yeah.
Like, it should have been X or whatever.
Yeah, literally every other sport
Everybody's happy.
option would result in
Yeah,
like fights.
that's what I'm saying.
So,
Like it's this is the way it's got to go.
This is the way.
It's the right path. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
Do we want to start with the annoying hockey or the fun hockey first?
Whatever you want.
No, you make the
I
decision.
don't know. I don't know which way we're. I don't know what is included in each one.
So,
So
men's hockey or women's hockey? Do you want to talk about the annoying hockey first or
both
the
for
fun
women's
hockey
hockey.
first?
I was like, which one? What is in each category? So I can like.
Um, so which one do we want to start with?
Oh, I said do the women's hockey or
Okay.
PW, whatever is included.
Um, I don't I don't think San Jose was announced when the last
No,
episode came
we
out.
were waiting for
So,
it.
congratulations to San Jose.
Official.
Y'all have a PWHL team.
I have
Um,
a question for you
yeah.
on this,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if this is me being like too. I don't know. I don't know the word. And it probably won't be the name, but you know how like you get everybody's like, here's a team, and everybody starts like speculating about a name.
Yes.
The first one and the most prominent one I saw when we found out about San Jose, who, by the way, if you guys didn't know, they'll be playing in the same arena the Sharks play in. Um, Everybody was like, oh, they should be named the Hammerheads, like Hammerhead Sharks. But in my head, I'm like, I don't like that the NHL team is the Sharks as a whole, although like their logo is like a great white shark or something, I guess. And then you're gonna name the women's team like a, I don't want to say variant of shark, but like a specific shark. And they probably won't do it because the one in they moved all the things in Hamilton and they have an AHL team now called the Hammers or something
Yeah.
like that.
Hamilton
So
Hammers.
I was just like, I feel like if we go aquatic animals, it shouldn't be the same aquatic animal or like in the same branch. Do you know what I mean? And it might just
Yes,
me being weird about it, but I'm like, I feel like that's weird.
I agree with you. The
Okay.
only manner in which I don't agree is I did see something about one of the women who helped with hockey in the San Jose
Oh, so
area
I missed that part.
may have had the last name Hammer or something like that.
Okay.
So,
See,
but
that
at
would
the
make more
same
sense.
time,
But it's still Hammerhead, and I'm like,
yeah,
it's still a shark, and the other team is the Sharks as a whole.
no, I don't think
So
it
it
should be
sounds
Hammerheads. I think
weird.
it should be something else. I
I saw
also,
one threads that was the cutest little shrimp ever. I reposted.
yes, so
I know
cute.
that we'll pick that, but I am obsessed with that concept. So
I will say I would like to keep it without the alliteration because currently we don't have any teams with alliteration,
we don't.
and I
That's
would
right.
like it to stay that way, I think,
Yeah.
just because I fear it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, like once you get one, it kind of becomes the theme.
I also do wonder if we're getting all of the branding at the same time or if it's going to be
I
like,
don't know.
I
Because
mean,
like
it
I
could be
am still
anything.
like the questions of how fast it came to be. Like, do they even have an idea of what we're naming these teams?
You don't
I
know,
am
say,
very curious as to what they pick for all of them.
yeah,
Because like I don't think any of the names that we have in the PW were like expected. That
no.
makes sense. Like
They were
they're
all
out of the box.
like the third choices, I
Yeah.
think, is basically like what came of it.
Um. So I'm more curious to see how what they pick and end up using.
Yeah,
But I also saw so many people were like, we already have this color scheme. It is not the same as the color as not the same color scheme as the sirens. The blue
no.
is blue. Sirens have teal. The orange is a little similar, but the orange is still different.
I was
So
also seeing comparison to the Golden Eyes, so
from them,
yeah,
they're not even
I don't know.
what? No, I like
I
the
think
colors.
all of the colors are different enough. And
Yes,
also, I believe that orange is San Jose's main color
yeah, it is.
instead of an accent
And
color.
the blue is like the accent. Again, with sirens are
Yeah.
the teal with the accented orange.
So, like,
So
it'll
that's the
be
difference.
different.
Yeah.
Um, San Jose is tricky though because they just named Troy Ryan as
Yeah.
so he was the coach of the Scepters and is
Also,
now taking on the role of general manager and
yeah.
head coach of
Also,
PWHL San Jose.
head coach for Team Canada on the women's side for
Hmm.
I don't know how many years, but had after this past Olympics was like, I'm probably done here. I should probably move on.
Give it to Corey.
Yes.
Let
So
her take over.
that's also, I guess, up in the air because that's not like an official thing, but he had been coaching the national team
Yeah.
for a little bit. But yeah, first ever. I find it very weird. It's the first ever like dual
Duel.
position for one person, which I feel like is not the recipe for success, but
Well,
we shall see how that pans out because I don't know.
if we
But
were gonna do it, okay, first off, I don't think dual roles should be like I understand like I'm not gonna say that I enjoy what's happening with MSG. Um, but I want to say, oh my God, Brianna,
what?
what is his name?
The GM
Yep.
of the Rangers,
Mm-hmm.
Chris Drury.
Thank you.
I
My
was like, how can you forget? Well,
because
like
my brain was
honestly, not
so
blocking
stuck
it
on
out.
Dolan. Like I could not get
Oh no,
past Dolan, and my brain
separate.
was like,
Yes.
it's not Dolan.
No.
I
Still
want to
like the
say
last name starts with a D, but close
I
enough.
want to say Drury is the GM and also president of
Usually it's
something.
president of hockey ops, yeah. Which those are usually dual because they're kind of like the
Yes.
same thing, but some
So
that's not always a like most do split it, but some have them as the same.
my issue is when you like um there's like hockey ops, right? Like that is part of
Hmm.
it, and then there is the team. And I
Yep,
consider the coaches, the equipment staff, all those people to be part of like the team,
which
right?
they are, yeah.
I don't th I think when you cross that barrier, that's when things get tricky. If you want to have someone be the GM
Yeah.
and also the president of marketing for some reason,
I think
go
it's
ahead.
the difference for me is like front office job
Yes, that's
on
what I
I don't
meant.
say on the bench job, but like more of a front facing, you're doing stuff with the team
Yeah.
that more people see every day kind of thing. I'm more worried about like how do you coach a team but also have to make decisions about who you're trading, who you're benching, who has to get signed, whatever. Like that seems like a conflict of interest
Well, it's
because like
also an
you should
issue.
be informing said GM of that as a coach, not
Yes.
making all of those decisions as both. So that's what I'm a little worried about because it seems like it's too much control, but
The GM is also the one who makes coaching decisions.
yes. Yeah, so like what
And
who's firing you if
well, that's the other
you
tricky part
know
is, at least if like at least like let's say Drury was GM and coach, right?
oh my god. Could you
Which
imagine
no,
that?
I would never go to a Rangers game ever
I was
again.
gonna say, I don't think they'd have any fans left. They would be, one person at MSG for every game.
Um, like let's say that situation, right?
Okay.
Dolan could
Yes.
fire Drury. In the
As the
P-Dub,
owner of the team, yeah.
every single team is under one owner, which is a whole other episode.
Yeah.
Um,
But
but
that's
so
why I
the
don't get
problem
why they
is,
allowed it to happen in the first place then.
but so that's my
Like
question
if
is, does he have,
you know that's the structure.
I'm like, does the ultimate owner of the PWHL then have to make that decision to fire Ryan if he's not doing a good job?
I
Because like, who's making that
Yeah,
decision?
because like there's no like specific team owner,
Yeah. So I'm like, is it the
which
board of
would be the person
advisors?
making that choice.
Is it the
Yeah, I don't know.
owner?
That's why like it's really sketchy. I'm like, why would we have done why?
I do wonder if the public outlash will, or backlash will
Change their yeah.
change it. I don't know. But
I feel like
as
it'll be an
much as
interesting thing to see how it plays out
yeah,
for a season, and then if they've realized doesn't go very well, to like immediately make that change. Like,
I
don't
guess
sit
so.
on it, you know?
But like, it doesn't happen in any other sport. Like, I don't think that there's
No,
literally any other coach
no, it's
GM
such a
duo.
weird thing.
The other thing, okay, Ian Kennedy posted it. I am agreeing with him because it was funny, not because I actually want it to happen.
Because it's
But he
funny.
said that if we're gonna have dual roles in the PWHL, that Megan Dugan should fucking sign herself to a 10-day
Yeah,
contract in Ontario.
also true.
And I was like, you know
For
what,
real.
Ian?
For real.
I agree with you for one.
Honestly,
Um, yeah, I was like that would be funny. That would be great.
it would
And
be
if we're gonna
funny.
do that, let her play.
That's the way it should be. Yeah, that's the way it should work if that's the way we're doing it.
Um,
I don't know.
yeah.
Mm.
But so we have the four expansion teams. It is Detroit, San Jose, Vegas, and Hamilton. We will get names and
I
branding at
just
some
can't
point, I
stop
guess.
thinking of like Hamilton playing in my head when I hear
Alexander
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Like, honestly,
Yeah.
it would be a fire, like, to come out onto the ice. I don't know what song it'd have to be. That's just me making up, being like my
My
little theater
shot,
kid. That might be a good one. Trying to think
nonstop.
of like a, yeah. Anyway, also that would make no sense because they're a Canadian team. That's about someone who founded America. So, that would make no sense. But
It'd be
in
funny
my
though.
head, like,
It would be funny if when American teams play Hamilton, they played like one of like the Jefferson where
I
he
was
says
gonna
something
say,
mean about Hamilton when
yeah.
they get a penalty or something and like that.
Wait,
Actually, let
actually,
me
that'd be
call up the
so
sirens
good.
because that would be gold.
They did a Broadway night last season,
Yeah.
and they did, oh my God, that'd be so, actually, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna send an email. You should do this. And
Hey
if you do,
guys.
I need to know about it ahead of time so I can be prepared
I
because
mean,
that's
we
iconic.
know a lot of the people in game ops at
That's
the
what I'm
sirens. We
saying.
could
I'm gonna
definitely
be
shoot
like,
them an
so
email.
I have an idea if you do this again. Thank you. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of like one of like the cabinet battles where Jefferson's being like
Oh
sassy
my God, yeah.
um and just
I also
being
think like
like,
one of the King George,
oh, you know what would be so funny
those would be
is
good.
like if Hamilton scores, they just do like the what did I miss or
I was gonna
something.
say yes, actually, so good. We can just come up with all of this. It still make no sense because you're in Canada, but
Or the I wasn't aware that was something a person could do.
ooh, ooh, I like that. I like it. Keep a
I'm
list.
cracking myself up.
We'll have to send this to people. Be like, hey,
You know who would appreciate this? Aaliyah. Aaliyah would love this conversation. I'm gonna
I feel
clip
like
this
there's
part,
not
send it to her.
enough. Yeah, there's not enough like overlap,
I feel like there's so much
or there
overlap
is, and I just don't
between
see people who like talk about
this,
it.
no, like the sports girlies and the Broadway girlies. There really is such an overlap, but I feel
Or
like
we're the
we
same
don't.
person.
No, we don't talk about
Like,
it enough.
I know. I need, if you are, please identify yourself.
Well, this is
Come
like
out and tell
this is
me.
also like why our brand exists because we think that fangirls are fangirls and like type of situation. Like if you read books and you love books, like you love books down,
Yeah,
you would also love sports because you get to cheer for things and it's
yeah,
fun. Like
same thing.
if you
It's
like an
connected.
artist, it's the same thing with sports. You just
Connected.
have to find like the right community around
Yes,
you. Yeah,
exactly. I could go
exactly.
on and
Um,
on.
also, obviously, the elephant in the room, it's not the elephant in the room, but massive congratulations to the Montreal
I was
Victoire.
gonna say, I was like, are we gonna say that whether they won?
Yeah. Um, they
Raise your
won.
hand if you cried. I was
My
gonna
hands all the
say.
way up in the air. I started crying and then I stopped, and then I started crying
It
again,
was
and then I
like
stopped.
continuous. Yeah, I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah. Um, no, the like biggest congratulations to the Victoire. They are the first Canadian team to win. They are the first team coached by
Not
a woman
named.
to win. They're the
Yeah,
first team that is not the Frost to win. They're also the first team to win the league and also win
yeah,
the
like
cup.
be the first seed and win top
So,
seed.
like, there
They did it all.
no
They
President's
did it
Trophy
all.
curse in the
They did it all.
PW apparently.
Also, um, I kind of no surprise, although I second guessed it for 1 second, but Poulin, of course, was named MVP.
It was between Poulin and
Her
Rock for
and Rock.
me.
That's what it
So,
was exactly. I was like, I don't know who they because they had the same amount of points. I think. I
I
think
think
Abby had
so.
more goals.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like very
I
much
think when
bow
you
on the whole thing.
take into consideration like
Who she?
everything that
Yes.
Poulin
Yeah.
does for that team, like she is the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like stopped crying for a second again after they like won, and then I saw the zoom in of her and Stacey hugging, and I literally
Yeah.
started breaking down again.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I can't. I just the whole thing was very like it was so wholesome and it made me like very I was like, "Oh my God, this is why we love sports. This is
Yes.
why."
It like reminded me because I feel like I've
Yeah.
been like a little
Also,
about it.
if we had a three-peat, I think I would have been like somebody like anybody.
You know
Somebody
what though?
anybody.
You know what though? I think I'd rather have a three-peat in the NHL than whatever the fuck we're heading
Yeah.
towards. So,
I mean, the PW is tough though because like we've only had this is only our third cup.
yeah.
And like I was talking to somebody, I was like, I don't think I'd mind it if like the same team won to start three times, but at the same time, I'm like, how do you get more people interested if the same team
I think it
won
also
three
would have
times to start?
I think it would have shown like a problem in the league though of
Yeah,
like how it's structured and blah 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 because obviously you don't
they avoided it.
like you do want diversity with that and
Yes.
everything. Um and also like as a note, Corey Chevry, who's the coach of the Victoire, which love
Yep.
her so much.
Yeah.
She's only a year older than the oldest player on the team, I think.
Oh my God. Really?
So I believe so.
Pause.
She's quite
I
young.
believe you, but
So
what?
I would love to see her like,
Oh, she's 30. It says she's 38. Her birthday is next month, actually.
but how old is Erin?
June 18th, 1987. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, like, you'd have to, like, break down, like, the days of the year that they're broken. Like,
Oh, Erin's 32.
yeah.
Okay, well, someone on the
Who would be
team.
the oldest, wouldn't it? She's 34.
Would she be?
Wait. Hold. I'm looking up the roster right now. 'Cause I feel like I'm just gonna find the farthest year
Poulin's
back.
35.
I said 34, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody on this roster has one farther back than.
Okay, so maybe I was wrong there.
That's okay. I mean,
That's
like
okay.
you're still cl-
She's
she's not
still
she's not that much older
no,
by any means,
no.
which is crazy to think about.
Okay, so my bad, but
Fine. It's very so your point still stands in the sense that she's not that much older than
Poulin.
yeah, the oldest on the team on her team specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That stat might have been on the ice. Maybe someone on Ottawa's older, but I don't think so.
No, I don't know.
Anyways,
I believe you.
she's very young and has a very accomplished career. I would love to see her take Ryan's spot if he's genuinely stepping down from Canada.
Yeah,
Would love to see her take on that head coach role. Um, and excited to see what she can do. I also think that if someone I love all of the coaches in the PWHL and like talking to them and everything, but I think if someone was going to make the jump from the PW to the NHL and maybe do like a Jessica Campbell type of situation, like I do
you
think
were
that
right.
Corey would be.
It was on the ice.
Oh, okay.
LaRock on Ottawa's a 19. She's 38.
Amazing.
So, yeah,
Okay.
she's a year younger.
But like that's so crazy.
No, yeah,
Same
a year
age.
older. But
Yeah.
yes, that's so you weren't wrong.
Okay.
It was just the other
Just mix
team,
up
not
the
the team
team
she's
versus
not
the
coaching.
ice.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's okay.
Same sitch.
Yeah,
Um, but like I just think that that's like so like I don't know. And like she's just so lovely to speak to. Like I genuinely can't
yeah.
wait
She's
to
very good at her job.
yes.
Like I think very well loved and respected by like literally everybody.
Also
So
just from a media perspective, she actually answers questions. Um and
her
doesn't
and
always
Carla
give like
are they're
yeah.
very much both of them are like I'll actually answer your question instead of just giving
Yeah.
you a nothing burger that you have to
And
deal
then
with.
same thing, congratulations to Carla McLeod and the Ottawa Charge. Very well
Yeah,
done with the push to the end, considering you guys like almost didn't make the playoffs.
I
And
feel
then
that they lost two in a row now,
yeah,
but it's okay.
next year. They'll
It's
get it next
okay.
year.
I just hate seeing like sad when like
Oh my
they're
God.
like they're so happy. They're so sad. I'm like,
It's
stop. Just
the
keep it on the happy side. I don't want to see the sad people right now. I'm really sorry. Like
the
it
like
hurts. It
the
hurts.
emotional whiplash is too much.
Yes. I'm like, you got to keep it on one side for long enough that I'm like fully like into it, and that when I see the sad goalie or the sad team, I'm not as affected. The immediate pan over is too much. It's too
That
much.
was game 7 for the Habs versus the Sabres.
Oh
I
yeah,
was like really happy for the Habs, and then they zoomed
sad.
in on Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, and I went,
I was gonna
no.
say, like you can't be doing that to me. Like
No,
I understand why. I'm just not emotionally stable enough to have both of those things happen at the same time in the matter of like 10 seconds. Like it's too
no.
much.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay. We're still doing it. Oh,
Um, on the NHL side, the West is a shit show. I'm so
unfortunately.
sorry to everyone, actually. The Avs are injured and
Yes.
also like fighting themselves.
Yes.
I don't even know how to explain.
Basically, um this is how I'm approaching it. S- okay. Backstory is they didn't have Kale for the first two. Kale got injured, been injured, I guess, since like the end of the regular season, whatever. Um, he came back last night. He looked decent enough, but you could tell he wasn't fine all the way. But they're down 2-0. You should probably have him back. Um, two players who had really good regular seasons just like don't know how to play in the playoffs all of a sudden, which is concerning because they actually like scored and you need goals. Um, and then on top of that, like they score early and then they just give up like a lead late, which is
A
unfortunate.
3-0 lead
Yeah,
in
last
game
night, but like
3.
every other game, it's always like I have a 1-0 lead, and then they don't hold on to said 1-0 lead.
Yeah.
Um, and then Nate took a. I like my heart almost out because it looked. I just didn't like seeing it, and everybody at work was like dead silent, and I was like, "Oh, cool, we're fine." Um, like took a puck in the inside of his knee where like there is obviously no padding at all. And was basically immobile on the only power play he went back out for in the third period. So it's not going well by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah,
So if
that's
everyone
that.
could just say,
Like
um,
spells.
pray to whatever God you believe
Yeah.
in, do whatever spell you want to perform, but make sure it goes the right way.
Some like Etsy
Um,
witches,
like
whatever.
literally do whatever you can to help the abs right now
Yeah.
because the alternative is not good.
This is a bigger I was gonna say this is a bigger than
Yeah.
like them lose like I care because I root for them, but like even if you don't, you need to be like on the train because this is a matter of another team going that we should not want there, obviously. So
This feels like life or death, guys. I feel like we really gotta
yes,
put
and honestly, like I just
whatever Etsy witch was
I just
paid
don't enjoy it.
to get Mom Donnie to win in New
Oh my
York.
god, for real.
I need the same
Pull
person
them back out. Where are they?
to reverse
Someone
sweep,
drop the link.
please.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. We shall
Um,
see how it goes. I don't know.
yep.
Yeah.
And then on the East, the
It's
Hurricanes are
tied.
currently, no, I thought they were up one.
No, it's tied 1-0. Montreal won the first
Hmm.
game, Carolina won the last game.
Why
It's
did I
game
think they
three
had already
tonight.
played 3 games? Oh no,
Nope.
tonight's game 3.
Tonight's
Maybe,
game three.
maybe. So when the Hurricanes are up two
I
to
mean,
one
if they
after
win
tonight,
tonight, you know the future, I guess. So like I win, they're up.
um, I mean, I hope personally that the Habs win. But
That's what I'm going for, but
I,
I'm trying not to like check out completely, but like it's getting very, very close for me. It's getting really, really close.
well, I fear if the Avs don't win and the Habs don't win, I will not be watching
Yeah.
the final.
I'm unfortunately, actually not unfortunately, I don't have any beef with them, but like I have to then root for the Canes to
I mean, I'll
do
still be
something.
rooting for the Canes. I just don't want to.
No. But like
But like that being said,
worst case scenario, I'd have to do that.
I like specific people on the Canes.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have any
Um,
beef with them. They're just boring, like to watch. They're not my favorite
Also,
team to enjoy.
was their last cup in '06? Am I losing it?
Yes, that's the only
So
one they've ever won.
it would be really
20
cute
years.
for Rob Brindamore to win the
Like
cup on the team
parallels,
20
yeah,
years ago
20
and
years
then
after he won it. Yeah,
yes. I wonder if the
that would
dates
be,
would line up. If
I
there's
can
a
tell
way
you
that
that
they could line up.
they used to do them like way earlier though. Like
Yeah.
the cup final used to end in like May,
Yeah.
like late May. Let's see. Because like this would be what, mid-June this year? Let's
Probably.
see. Game 7 of that cup final against the Oilers was June 19th.
So it's possible.
So, yeah, if it doesn't go past like six, five
Like
or
if
six,
like
it could be the
theoretically if
same.
the Canes win the next three and um the
Yeah.
Avs lose tomorrow. Um
No, but I'm
Theoretically,
even saying like if it doesn't get moved up,
yeah.
like they would still be playing a game that they could probably win. You know what I mean?
That would be I would root for
That'd
that.
be crazy,
I would
actually.
root for that for Brenda Moore winning
That'd be, yeah,
20 years to the
the
day.
exact same day.
Yeah. That'd be cute.
That is very.
I'd be okay with
I'll
that.
take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying
Oh,
to
me
put
too.
positive vibes
You trust
into
me.
the
I'm like last night, I was sitting there, everybody's like talking, and I'm like, don't speak to me. Don't look at me. I don't want anything to do with it. I was doing my job. I was not happy about doing it because like I was like, it's fine.
Well,
It's fine.
I
It's
saw your
fine. It's
post
fine.
that was like, thank God I'm
Which
not
one?
working on Tuesday.
Yeah, my randomly assigned day off.
I was like,
But then it's
yay.
worse because if they win,
Yeah.
like if the Avs win and it goes to a game 5, I'm working that day.
But then you're
So
gonna get to see
we'll
them
see.
win game four,
We'll
game
see.
five, game six, and game
Yeah, that's
seven.
what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to meet because so fun fact, I haven't been at home for any of their games yet. I've been home for an East game that I didn't watch, but I've worked all of their. So I'm like, maybe if I just stay home and you somehow
You
win,
just so happened to call into
then
work for game five, six, and seven. You're like,
you're
listen,
like,
guys, I was home for
sorry
game
guys,
four. I
this is
have to
really
be home.
important. I'm just gonna come down with sickness and be like, I'll just work from home. You just don't have to see me.
Yeah.
I won't be there. No, I don't know. I'm like, I always claim I'm not a superstitious person. Then like when something goes wrong, I'm like, well, obviously it's my fault. Like I didn't do this or that
Well,
or whatever. And I'm like, I was kidding.
that
It's
was
me.
game three of like I don't think I would have had a problem if the Charge won the Walter Cup. However,
Oh, we
I
never
was
talked about that.
definitely rooting for the Victoire. But
Yes, both of us were.
apparently at the same time, Brie and I both turned the game on that we were
Mind
not
you,
originally watching.
no, mind you, I turned it on because I noticed there was like under 7 minutes left, and I was like, and the Victoire had a lead. So I was like, if they win, I want to like watch the end of the game and see
Yeah.
them like celebrate, all the fun stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna turn the game on now to
Mm-hmm.
watch that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Uh-huh.
I think I put it on with like 5-ish minutes left, and not even kidding, within the first minute of it being on my television, Ottawa scored tied up, and then they scored like 2 minutes later in the last minute of regulation to win the game and force a game 4.
But
I was like, oh,
we must have turned the game on at a very similar time because you texted me and were like, it's my fault. It's my fault.
yeah,
Actually, what I was about
that's
to
what I'm
text you,
saying.
it's my fault at the same time.
I literally was like, oh, so it's me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the problem. I shouldn't have put the game on. Um, but then I watched the next one in full from like the beginning and they won. So like
Amazing.
that's how I'm like, oh, it's my fault. Like I have to not do this. And so you never know. I look at all options and then I
Yeah.
go with whatever benefits me the best most of the time.
Yes. I agree.
So we'll see. We'll see if
So
me being home tomorrow makes any difference.
if you've been doing something for games one, two, and three of the Western
See,
Conference
I
Final,
haven't. I've just been at work.
No, but I'm saying like to anyone who's listening,
Oh,
if you've been wearing a certain shirt, if
reverse
you've been
it.
wearing a certain color underwear, if you are going to the gym in the morning, I need you to
Reverse.
change something about your fucking routine
Yeah, please.
for
For all of
tomorrow.
us. For all of
Please.
us. For all of us. This is not a matter of me needing it. We all need this.
Everyone who
Please.
likes the sport of hockey
Yeah,
actually needs this
I
to change.
genuinely.
So
Yeah, we'll see.
it'll be fine. I also want to note that like I looked at our bracket this morning, like our league.
Yeah.
Um,
Is anybody still alive? My final is still technically alive.
so
That's all I've got
there are a
going.
few people whose final is still technically alive.
Is yours? Oh no, you had Buffalo in the final, didn't you?
My final's been dead. Um,
It's been
there
dead.
is only one person who has that team winning.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Um, there is one person who does have an Avs Canes final, but also does have the Habs and Canes in the Eastern Conference.
Okay,
There's
that's pretty
another
good.
person with Avs Canes, but
No
they
one has
also have
any.
the Avs winning. You have Avs
I have
Habs that
abs,
have the
halves,
Avs
abs
winning.
winning. Yeah, that's why I say it's technically still alive.
So
But
there is someone though who does have Avs Canes with the Canes winning.
ooh, nobody believes in the
So
poor Montreal Canadiens. Get that? Like,
there's a few people who had the Sabres. I'm just like double checking
this
right
is
now.
interesting.
I don't think anyone has the Habs winning. No.
That's actually brutal.
We have
They could still stay at
Utah
the final and
winning.
lose.
We have the Pens
Whoa,
winning, the Flyers winning, the Sabres winning. We don't have anyone who picked the Habs to win.
that's so upsetting.
Which also that would be fantastic if we had
Oh my
Montreal and
God.
Montreal holding
That's
Walter
what I'm
and
saying. They'd be the
Stanley.
first one ever.
Yeah, that would be really cool. But
That's so
no,
sad.
literally no one
Montreal, you
has
get
the
to make the
Habs.
cup final, or you don't go at all and you don't win.
No, no one has the
Oh
Habs.
my God. That's gonna
Only
end up
one
happening now.
person
Watch this. Watch
has,
this.
yeah. Listen,
I'll take it. I'll take it. But you know what? Have fun. That's what they deserve. I don't
I just had
know.
a thought, but I'm going to tell you off pod because
Oh God.
it's a little
Okay.
cheeky.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I think that's our episode. Hopefully things are different by the time we get to next week, but
Next
we'll
time
see.
you see me, it's either gonna be completely miserable or I'm gonna be the happiest person alive.
We actually might not have an
Which
episode next week or ever again.
no, it's fine.
But
Unfortunately, you just might not ever hear us talk about men's hockey for
yeah,
depending on how things go. So
I don't think anyone would blame us though, so
no,
it's fine. It's okay.
I just yeah. Yeah.
The baby
The fact
Pens
that I have
made
to
it
live in
through
this timeline
the
is not fun.
round, right?
They did. They're in the Eastern Conference Final.
Yay. Good for them.
We're down to 4 teams now in the AHL, which is crazy.
Lovely.
So we've got Toronto and Wilkes in the East, and then in the West, it's Colorado and Chicago. So
Um, I'll go baby Pens all the way. I'm good with that.
yeah, I have no I don't say I have no stake. I just like I root for them because I work for them and I am endeared.
Yeah.
Um it would be cool for the Eagles to go through. Also, they have to defeat another evil on that side, so I'll let them have that. Pens did it on their side, so thank you so much for for doing your civic duty over here. I appreciate it. Um, but we'll see. I don't know. I have like I think these are 7 game series now
I think so.
because they were 5. I think these are when they come 7. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I'll keep tabs.
Everything is great.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah. All right. That's our episode. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Bye.